My name is Karen Giles Lawson, and I am a retired elementary school teacher. Probably sometime back in November of 2022. I like the fact that they were very honest with me from the beginning. They asked questions about what level of quality I was looking for in order to stay within my budget. And again, I think they were, what really impressed me throughout was their honesty throughout the whole process. So from the beginning, that was evident. Well, of course, we walked through the house and discussed all of the changes that I wanted to have made. Structurally, we weren't changing a lot about the house. The basic footprint is still the same, but there were a couple of things like taking out an old soaking tub and turning that into kind of like a shower room, lowering part of the kitchen counter. So we just talked about my major objectives in the home remodel. Well, to be honest with you, I was a little naive. I thought the whole process would be quicker and less involved. In a previous home, I had remodeled a kitchen and bathrooms, but I had done those sort of one at a time piecemeal. And I think I probably underestimated the amount of work that it would take to achieve what I wanted. But I was, then presented with more realistic time frames, and I understood what was needed to be in place. And very happily, they were able to stick to the time frames too, which was really nice. Yes, I was very nervous. Clearly, as a senior citizen, someone with no experience, in construction, I was nervous about being ripped off in any way. My older daughter acted almost like a little bit of a project manager for me. So between the two of us, I think we felt really comfortable, especially with Parviz, in the fact that he was not going to be ripping me off, that he was going to be honest about what I wanted as opposed to what I could do and prices and things. So I think for me, because that was my biggest fear, was getting ripped off, that was a huge, huge burden off my shoulders when I felt confident enough to know that that would not be happening. It took about 5 weeks. As I mentioned, the process was more involved than I originally imagined, but overall I think it went as well as it could have. I was fortunate that when they did the demolitions, they didn't uncover any major structural problems or major electrical or plumbing problems, so certainly that was helpful. But they did stick very much to the schedule, and again, like I said, because Parviz had established that level of confidence with me from the beginning, and with my daughter who worked with him as well, it really made the whole project pretty much stress-free, other than not being able to live in my own house. Oh, it went very well. I mean, Parviz was excellent about returning texts and phone calls in a timely manner, so that was never an issue at all. And that was, again, that added to the confidence I had both in Parviz and all of the subcontractors who worked on the home. As I mentioned, we were fortunate. There were no major electrical or plumbing problems. What I did really like was when I came to move back in, Parviz said to me that as you live in the house, you might discover some little things here and there that need to be tweaked, and to just let me know, and he was good to his word. I mean, because I found a couple of little things, again, nothing major, that just needed to be tweaked or fixed, and they were done. I have to tell you, I put it off for a long time, and I'm totally thrilled that it was done, and I think it was worth any minor inconveniences. And the inconveniences were minor and were to be expected. So I'm really happy with it. I also discovered that I was more of a hoarder than I thought. So I'm glad to be getting rid of a lot of my junk as well. But it's lovely. It's the same house that I always loved, but better. Absolutely, and I already have.